family and I came to Costa Rica in 1985 on a vacation. We had heard about it from people who were really into biodiversity, and it seemed like a really great option for us at the time. We were looking for someplace in Latin America that wasn't Mexico, which we had been to a lot, and we had heard from surfers and rafters and people who were really into biodiversity that Costa Rica was the center of the world for them, and that sounded like a great place to travel. So I went to the embassy in New York City to find out more information, because this was before there were faxes or cell phones or internet, and I needed to go in person and talk to the people in the consulate about Costa Rica and what to expect. When I arrived there, nobody was in the office. I looked around, yelled a little bit like, hello, looking at the posters, and just as I was about to leave, because there was nobody in the office, the door to the consul opened and the ambassador came out and said, oh, hello, how are you? What do you want to know something about Costa Rica? And I said, sure, yeah, I was thinking about traveling there on a vacation. And he said, well, come on into my office. And we went into his office, and for like an hour and a half, he showed me photos of his family, him traveling in his old Jeep, pictures of the ocean with him getting in there. I spent so much time looking at these pictures that I was already sold, but not so much on the country, which looked incredible, but on this person who was so amiable and so likable and so generous with his time. And when I got back, I told my wife, either the whole country is completely out of their minds, or they're the most wonderful people in the world. And we decided to go, and after we came back from Costa Rica from 3 weeks of just incredible visit, we were hooked. And shortly thereafter, I told my mother, who had wanderlust and went everywhere she possibly could, about Costa Rica, and she came down here and had the same exact reaction that we did. And so that started the saga of looking for a piece of property up in the mountains in the coffee area. And in 1985, at the end of that year, we bought this property, which is now called Finca Rosa Blanca Coffee Resort, and started building the first of our little cabinas, a little warehouse to store some materials, and a little ranchito, a kind of barbecue hangout place. And that's how we started.
Qué embellece y glorifica como